think I sort of leaned into internal comms, and as it was emerging as more of a discipline than an add-on, I think it's something that I've embraced fully and absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Look, when you're working with leaders, they're not interested in internal communications. They don't care what channels you use. All they're interested in is what internal communications can do for them, and what it can do to help them achieve their objectives and achieve their goals. I still have the email from one of them who simply replied, "I don't do comms." As it turns out, he's now the Chief Technology Officer, and he's one of our biggest advocates. It's not to achieve all the fluffy and nice things all the time. It can be really hard. It can be the organizational change stuff. Over the year and a half, 2 years that I was leading that particular team, we increased engagement by 11%, which was a massive shift. Really supercharged the focus on internal communications and engagement, particularly for us in the BBC, but I'm sure it did across other organizations as well. Somebody mentioned a double question that people could use. How are you? No, how are you? And that really struck with me, and it's one that I've used a couple of times since, and it really works. It really does. I don't think it's a buzzword anymore or a nice to do. I think people really are embracing it. But you need to find something that fits for your organization rather than just having something off the shelf. And it was a half-an-hour session twice a week. It was hosted by myself and a couple of other internal comms colleagues, and it was just a hop on, hop off, just for a chat and a cuppa. That's all it was. As far as trends are concerned, connectivity is going to continue to grow. If you've got a strong internal communication strategy that supports the business strategy, you're going to see change. And I think what the pandemic has done, and going back to our earlier point, has really supercharged is the value that organizations now have on good internal communications and what that can do to support the business goals, but also support the culture and the attraction and retention of people. And it's that and where we come into play as internal communications practitioners is the skill of joining those dots of the mission, vision, the values, and having that common narrative that people can get behind and they can relate to. So yeah.